So here I am having an epiphany that I'm in love and always have been with my best friend of 35 years, and telling my other best friend of 35 years that this is the case. And so we finish our walk, and I was leaving that day to go back home, and so her husband was kind enough to drive me to the airport. I almost said hospital, yeah, because my ass was sick. But to the airport, and he didn't have much of a filter. He's like, Raymond, what the hell was that going on with, you're out of pocket. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I told him, and he's like, oh my God. So I get to the airport and I call him. I call the man that I've realized I've been in love with most of my life. And I say to him, look, I know I didn't say a whole lot. I was less than forthright in our conversation last night, but I want to tell you something. You opened up a can of worms that now I can't close. And what he said to me next was a moment of safety that I had not felt up until that point in my entire life. He said to me, Red, because he was at work when I called him, he picked up. He would always pick up. He said, be safe going home. Be safe going home. We're going to figure it out. I said, okay. So I go home, and life was never going to be the same again. I thought that the last time I thought life was never going to be the same was saying something big. This was even bigger. And so when he and I spoke, I told him about my walk on the hill. I told him about what happened as soon as I opened up that door, and everything changed. Everything changed. And the thing that I learned is that my relationship with him, he did not filter his issues. I fully knew who he was going in. I saw his shortcomings. I saw his brilliance. I saw his humor. I saw his everything about him. As I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And unconditionally loved him. It wasn't even a consideration for me. And so we started this relationship. We started a love relationship that, to that point, I had never, ever, ever felt love like that before. And he had issues, but so did I. And as a therapist, I'm the queen of self-help. I'm the queen of feeling discomfort, seeing an issue, taking a deep dive into to fix stuff, fix my shit. But this would take me on a journey of doing such deep, deep shadow work that I had to go to the depths and feeling that kind of love, to feel that uncomfortable in my stuff in order to look at it. I didn't know it at the time, but that's what this relationship was queuing up. I didn't know my head from my ass being in love for the first time. And we started this odyssey with pure intention, but two people that were wounded and loving each other enough to expose those wounds so they could be healed. So stay tuned and I'll show you. I will explain how it all began. Join me for the next one.